Don't forget to hit like on the video if you are enjoying the content. Leave a comment below on the video if you are so inclined to express your thoughts and opinions, or do me a solid and hit me up with a subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with the content or just want to show your support. And yeah, let's play some fucking Guild Wars. Hey, what's up everyone? You got Mind Circus here with you, and welcome to another episode of Let's Replay Guild Wars 2. Last episode we spent a lot of time sorting bags, didn't we? That was fantastic. In this episode I'm going to go out, continue my push. Where I'm going to actually start here, and without further ado, kind of going to get into the action, is I am actually off camera, by the way. I went and completed Plains of Ashford. I am now level 57. Where I'm going to go at this point is to actually my favorite map of the game. I am going to go ahead here to this waypoint, and I'm going to enter Fireheart Rise. Why is this my favorite map in the game? I really have no good reason for it. Mainly it's the atmosphere. It's a very, very well crafted open world map for an MMORPG at its core. But, you know, you can say that about most of the maps that Guild Wars 2 actually has. What really makes it special, though, is it's a mix of environment, it's a mix of the art assets, it's the way lighting plays in it. It's a very atmospheric map that always feels like it is kind of Twilight on the edge of Armageddon kind of thing, I guess is the best way to put it. You know, I think there'll be some montage-worthy areas here, but really I'm just going to get started and get my level on and see how it goes. I will not use my Springer. I will not use my Springer. I will not use my Springer. Yeah, it's these kind of spots right here. I don't know, you just don't get this in most other games. I'm not sure what to tell you guys. I wish I had better words for it right now, but... Do you mind? Anyways, I love this game. I totally love this little mission chain that starts here. Basically, you're going to recapture this point, and then you're going to go across the water and kind of capture your way up the tower and everything. And it's, man, it's one of those places this game really excels, and you can see the original vision for it. How, you know, the instances would become so secondary to everything else that was coming along, and the traditional questing system in an MMO was not something that was preferred. So, let's move ahead here. I'm going to go across the water here. I'm going to start to progress this chain.
We are taking this quarry.
Ash, when I'm done when you come.
This ends now.
I am reminded at this point of a comment that Bellular made in one of his recent videos, because he's been playing Guild Wars 2, he said, in advance of the X-Pack. And he made a comment about Guild Wars 2's open world design and the way that everything comes together, making you feel like an adventurer instead of just calling you an adventurer. And I'm paraphrasing at that point, but really I couldn't agree more. You are out in the open world doing all these things. You just come across this random mission chain. Next thing you know you've worked your way up to the top of this big spire here, where you're, you know, this is not an easy fight here, as you can see. For me, I am dancing a little bit, etc., and a lot of that's got to do with having blown cooldowns before this fight, and it's got to do with the fact that I'm playing at -3 to it, which is good, you know. At least I've got the opportunity to go out there and get that. And really, again, you know, no other MMO is really kind of offering me that organic feeling of going out into the world and kind of exploring it and running into interesting things. I think that that is absolutely, at its core, what Guild Wars 2 will always do best, other than its combat. I win! And a marvelous chest of goods. Oh, and a charged lodestone, too. We won't complain too much about that, will we? Alright, also looks like I put a bit of a level on. I am, however, going to go over here and grab this this vista off in the distance really quickly, because much easier to hit it from this point up here. And then we will go and collect our level up rewards. This, of course, is something you could not do when the game launched. And let us enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Stay alert.
Oh, hey, Striker. For those of you unaware, that crackling sound is in the background is my cat, and this little love affair with the cardboard box. He's a rather savage lover. Level the hell up. Plus 32 primary attributes. Is that going to help me? Oh, and more of these seals, which, as I mentioned earlier, not something we're going to worry too much about. Got some hero points coming up. Stoked about that. Well, we just leveled up, but you see I've already put on a little bit more XP. I'm going to keep pushing forward and maybe collect that XP or that level up bonus here in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce my happy place. Damn, this game is good. This is another one of these spots in this game where it just all comes together so beautifully. And it's just such a simple effect. But watching these little meteorites or whatever it is falling from the sky is just a pretty incredible visual. Good job, Unit. Seriously. You know, I'm totally gonna gush about this map again, but one thing that ArenaNet really kind of forgot in later maps, particularly when we get to the Living World maps, you get a little bit of this out in the desert, but not as much as you should, is negative space. Just space to walk around and look at what's going on. Really what happens in the later maps is the developers become so obsessed with cramming things into every little square inch of it that it loses that natural feeling that an organic world has that is much better replicated by some of these earlier maps, particularly this one, Fireheart Rise. And this episode of Let's Replay may solely consist about my appreciation of this map, but I'm really rediscovering a few of the things that I really love about this game. So I totally love this little event I'm about to trigger here. Just clear my bags first. This guy here, I don't know if you've ever been to this little area. You kind of have a little idea of what's going on. I'll just pull up the map. There's a little Grawl village over here, and they've been praying to a statue, and the statue itself has been emanating a voice, and obviously the voice is probably from an Asura or something like that, but absolutely love this little quest here.
Behold, I am awake, and I see you. The skull, it wakes. Listen and obey. Ooh, ooh, great and big one. Skull of strength and no stupidness. Tell us what pleases Skull. Fight the Flame Legion. Bring an end to the fires at Atrox Castrum. Truth will go. Truth will fight.
Now that's how you inspire a Grawl tribe.
Funnily enough, that's how you inspire people in call centers too. level 62 at this point. We have 2 level up rewards waiting, so let's go ahead and take a look at these at this point. Oh look, more seals. We love these things, and salvage kits, but okay, we get 14 hero points. That's fine, whatever seal you want to give me. Next level, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Oh good, plus 34 primary attributes. That helps, right? Oh, and an unidentified die. Alright, tell you what, let's go ahead and see what this die is. Leprechaun. Oh, they're always trying to get me Lucky Charms. Alright. Let's move on. Minotaurs. That reminds me. I wonder if I can get away with this without getting DMCA'd. Only one way to find out.
I'm strong as the earth from which I'm born.
As strong as the earth from which is born.
I can't dream well because of my horns.
He can't dream well because of his horns.
A minotaur gets very sore. His features, they are such a bore. His habits are predictable, aggressively reliable. Bull, bull. Strong as the earth from which I'm born.
Strong as the earth from which is born.
Nice.
Now let's hurry back before anything else shows up.
Yes, let's. I'm not sure I can really skate that way. Don't want to know how long that took me the first time. Alright, we got a couple level up rewards here, so let's take a look at that. We got 14 hero points and a axe, and it's exotic. Wow, okay, well we will definitely hang on to that, so to speak. Let's look at our next one here. Plus 34 to primary attributes. What does that do? Go through here. When you're offered this reward, take the Sigil of Nullification. It's worth a little more than the other sigils because it's part of a late game collection. So we'll do that. We're having some inventory problems, so that's something to note. Got another level up reward. Okay. So it looks like I have the choice of some exotic gear and 16 hero points. Which of the gear will I take? I'll probably take the pants. They will be the biggest statistical advantage. That said, these are not the best stats I could hope for. So there we go. Alright, onwards. Fireheart Rise, complete. Let's take a look at that. Got my piece of mail from the Good Woodchuck Society, so great. We have leveled up, and we get a crafting bag. Okay. Got some hero points coming up. I'm stoked about that. And let's see. Well, no blackline key, but bunch of crap we can't use, and a transmutation charge, which will come in handy for my build videos. So let's go ahead and put this all in. This dagger, not really worth much to us here at this point. Kind of a nice dagger, but we won't be using it. That said, that dagger there has a superior sigil of demons in it, which is a little bit useful. So I'm going to use my upgrade extractor on that. I'm getting attacked while I sort my bags. That's nothing new. Alright. So I guess we have some choices to make at this point now that this map is complete. So let's head back to Fields of Ruin and see where we're going next. Right, so let's take a look at where we are at right now. We are level 66 and want to obviously keep progressing. Our next step is to find another map, and if you look, fortunately or unfortunately, other than the Black Citadel, we have completely completed Ascalon. Yay us. Bragging rights, I suppose, we get from that. But really, at this point, we need to go over where we are going to continue our leveling because we have no more Ascalon maps to do so on. What may be the obvious choice would be Frostgorge Sound here, which is located just to the side of Fireheart Rise. But Frostgorge Sound is what we call a bad map. Really, it is. It's an awful map. One of the main reasons it's an awful map is there's a absolute F-ton of underwater content on it. There are some large events that maybe don't help contribute to heart completion at points. There is a whole area of dredge underground that has a couple of the worst hearts in the game. Just awful hearts. So usually Frostgorge Sound, one of those maps I will avoid like the plague. So what are our other options here at this point? Really, our best option, we could go to Mount Maelstrom, which is a bit of a hike. Mount Maelstrom unfortunately also has a large amount of underwater content. So our best option at this point is we're going to go to Ore. The Ore map's really good for leveling. No hearts there, but easy to find really good areas of XP gain. I'm thinking we will go do that. We will march our way down to the Straits of Devastation and then probably into Malkor's Leap. If we still need to, keep going after Malkor's Leap, if we aren't level 80 yet, we will go to Cursed Shore. So that's going to be our progress at this point, but in order to get there, we have a bit of a hike through a lot of unexplored territory. So what I'm actually going to do here at this point is I'm going to go to the starting point of the game for most humans is right here in Queensdale, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a voyaging montage. This is going to be great. So here we are, near the end of our journey in Ore. We are in Straits of Devastation at this point, and we are nearing the end of our journey. We should be able to pick up the last levels we need over the next couple of maps. But I think we'll call a cap on the episode here at this point, and come back next time and push towards 80. Very exciting, very exciting. So with that said, hey, I'm going to thank you guys all very much for watching. I am going to remind you to, hey, have fun in game, min-max your real life. And I'm glad we took this moment. We'll see you next time.